What's up, everybody? Welcome to Straight Savvy, presented to you by Leader in Construction, Country Food Cab. I am your host and one and only J Savvy. Happy Davenport. Happy 4th, y'all. But it's also some people's birthdays today, too. So, 1 second, I want to get them lined up. That's birthday person. What up, Chaotic? Shit, sitting here chilling, It feels weird to be live right now. I'm usually not. I forgot what it was like to be live on a Friday. At least the nighttime, at least.
Oh, shit.
We went to a parade.
I ain't quite sure.
Experience his first parade today.
How'd that go?
It was cool. And his mom was sitting there covering his ears when the fire trucks went by, and that little shit, you would have thought it would have been fucking Christmas. He was sitting there loving every bit of the fire trucks and everybody being loud as hell.
Yeah.
That's I'm like, ooh, that means we're gonna have a little bit of a metalhead possibly.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go watch fireworks. I'm obviously not going. So I'm curious how that's about to be.
Yeah. See if it's a 30-second show or a 15-minute show.
Right.
Yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, it's like with me, I have really sensitive ears. I still do, but it's not as bad as when I was younger. I couldn't handle fireworks. Could not. I hated them. I like the blooms and like watching shit blow up and catch on fire, but they would scare the holy shit out of me when I was a little kid.
Right.
Mud Daddy, I'm glad that you're in the chat. Colt told me what you did as far as buying me the membership. Thank you for that. So appreciate you for doing that. But did you know, Mr. Chaotic, did you know it's Jesse Montgomery's birthday today?
I sure did. I heard something about that. And to tell you a little funny joke, but by the way, yeah, absolutely. Happy birthday to Jessie, man. They got so much going on, and I can only imagine what a chaotic birthday. I mean, no pun intended.
Right.
With the name, but I can only imagine what. But what? Yeah, I mean, I know when we were buying our first house, man, the stuff it gets really crazy, and so hopefully they were able to get a little bit of relaxation in and enjoy the holiday with everything else going on and enjoy her birthday. So yeah, much love to them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they got to enjoy it a little bit too, because that's what you're saying is like, if you really know what Colt has gone through, shit, just this past year alone, you wouldn't throw a single ounce of hate towards that man. And that's
right.
being honored.
Yeah, he, and of course, she's along with it too, because that's the family. But yeah, he's been pretty amazing to watch. Keep his ropes and everything in rein without going off course.
Exactly.
So yeah, much respect to him.
AVVY and KI's birthday today. So what I was gonna do to start out the show was I was going to play all three of them, song by all three of them, birthday shout out. So first off, I was going to lead it off with "Proud" by Jesse, and then next got AVVY with "Jealous Eyes." But appreciate you jumping on with me, Bubby. I don't know where
appreciate you having me.
So I was sitting there thinking, like, dude, it's the 4th. I don't think nobody's gonna jump on this bitch.
Yeah, our fireworks and everything got rained out here, so we're just kind of chilling at home. We've had storms moving through all evening, so. But they're trying to reschedule them for tomorrow as far as right now, but that's still tentative too, because we got storms coming through tomorrow too. It looks like, so we'll see. We might watch the fireworks, sometime in September. I don't know yet.
This right here is Proud by Jesse Montgomery. This is a rough draft. I'm quoting code on this, but if you listen to what she's saying, I'm sure we all can relate to this a little bit. This is Jesse Montgomery with Proud.
Xavier on the beat.
Grew up in a small town, one light with every direction. Which way do I go from here? Should I leave to face my fears? Build a life of my own, but always know where I came from and where I'm going.
I'm not hearing anything, Jay. Is anybody else hearing anything in the chat?
Here's the first step to making them proud.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was me or if it was the whole show. So. All right, I'm gonna leave and come right back.
Here's to another heart that's beating. Here's to another life that's fleeting. Gotta make my way in this world and know that I'll make them proud. Make them proud. Left home and I'm war-bound. Little one back home with my mama. Will I make it out of here? Safe and sound out of the drama. Met a man, made a life that reminds me where I came from and where I'm going. I might not see it now, but here's the first step to making them proud. To making them proud. Another heart that's beating. Here's to another life that's fleeting. Gotta make my way in this world and know that I'll make them proud. Make them proud. Here's to another heart that's beating. Here's to another life that's fleeting. Gotta make my way in this world and know that I'll make them proud. Make them proud. Grew up in a small town, one life with every direction. I might not see it now, but I'm gonna make them proud.
What is this I'm reading? Is Lexi start wanting to interview people? Or are you just asking her?
I was thinking that she had mentioned something about doing interviews or something in the beginning, but it could be a different Lexi.
But we'll say if she wants to, I'm sure that I might know somebody that can help lead a fucking doorway for her. Just saying. His name's J Davenport. It's some kind of douchebag though.
Yeah, it might be a different Lexi. I'm not real sure. So I could be totally wrong.
I say she hasn't told me anything. Say she wants to interview artists. I know a couple that she can definitely run up to. Oh shit, this motherfucker. What up?
Yo, what up, man?
Oh hell.
What up with it?
What's up, Stacks?
Hey, yo, tell me something. Tell me something. Why can't two Chinese people have a white baby?
Oh, fuck. Why?
The two wrongs don't make a white.
You ain't shit. We're not racist on this podcast. We're just racist offline.
No.
I'm not racist. I'm an equal opportunity bigot.
If you fit the stereotype, you know, I'm that asshole that will happily.
I'm racist. I got a color TV.
All right, here's
I got a color
Tayway.
TV.
Also, happy birthday to Tayway too. You know, it's gotta be a dope ass day to have a birthday with Independence Day because you're gonna have a fucking party.
With America.
My dad's birthday. My dad's birthday is today too. I called him and was like, "Did you buy any fireworks to celebrate?" And he's like, "Nah, I thought maybe somebody else would do it this year."
This is jealous eyes right here, y'all.
When I die, I swear, when I die, I want to be made into a firework. I want them to put my ashes into a firework so I can at least light up somebody's world for one last time.
I need y'all undivided
attention. I swear, I want to do
this time I
fireworks.
speak on how I really feel. I dug deep in the heart on this one.
Who's that? What up, Big Six?
Tayway.
Colin.
Now we feasting at the table. Used to dream about freedom. Now we living like we able. Put in work, sweat, and pain. Now the blessings falling heavy. But the ones I call my kin acting cold. Eyes daily, smiles fake, hugs thin. Can feel it in the air. Whispers in the back like I ain't supposed to care. Said I changed, yeah I did. Upgraded the whole plan. Now they throwing shade cause that's something they don't understand. They got jealous eyes, envy in their hearts. Used to ride or die, now they tearing us apart. We just building dreams, stacking up the grace. But all they see is green when they look us in the face. Let them talk, let them plot. We ain't slowing down the pace. Me and mine's blessed while they drowning in that hate, family or not.
Yeah, you got some sparklers or something? Some sparklers, some
friends turn foes, blood turn to rust.
Snakes or whatever, got snakes and sparklers.
Roll with trust, they mad cause my fam got peace and plans. Why they still stuck wishing they had what we had? We ain't lucky, we just move different. We prayed hard, made smart moves, now we shining like the damn star. See the cars, see the trips, the smiles on the ground, but never saw the nights when we ain't have a damn. They got jealous eyes, envy in their hearts. Used to ride or die, now they tearing us apart. We just building dreams, stacking up the grace, but all they see is green when they look us in the face. Let them talk, let them plot, they ain't slowing down the pace. Me and mine's blessed while they drowning in that hate, family or not. I see the truth when it show. Jealous eyes watching every time I glow. I still got love but keep my circle tight. Had to learn the hard way that envy dims light. If you ain't clap when I rose, don't cry when I fly. Got angels on my path and my future's in the sky. So here's to the ones who doubted, threw dirt on my name. You just feel the fire, now I'm hot in the game. Tayway in the family, yeah, we built from the ground. Let the jealous eyes watch while we ain't slowing down. They got jealous eyes, envy in their hearts. Used to ride or die, now they tearing us apart. We just building dreams, stacking up the grace. But all they see is green when they look us in the face. Let them talk, let them plot, we ain't slowing down the pace. Me and mine's blessed while they drowning in that hate, family or not. I see the truth when it show. Jealous eyes watching every time I glow. Damn.
Anyway, I see. How long you been locked in with Colt?
Probably 6 months, maybe. Not very long. 5 months, maybe.
Were you when he was? So you didn't know him before he signed with Justin?
No.
So yeah, I'm not sitting there. I'm not about to bash him or anything because he's still doing his thing. But before he signed up with Justin, Tayway was one of the ones that was in the lives. Like Colt's one of the few. When I used to just do my mental health talks, just be on Facebook Live. Colt was one of the ones that always be in there. And he helped introduce me to Tayway. And dude, Tayway is that motherfucker. What up, Michael Soul? Shit. What up, Soul?
What's up, Smoke?
Smoke in here? Oh shit. What up, Smoke? All right.
What's up, everybody on Facebook? I can't see you, but what's up?
Yeah, it's really. I don't think nobody's really on Facebook, which I ain't mad at. Everybody we got YouTube, which is I'm trying to transition because Facebook's on some weird shit. So what I've been doing with Facebook, since it really won't let me share it to anybody besides friends, is I just been tagging people and then send them the link like, hey, yo, come over here, like we're live, but you if you're only following me, you ain't gonna be able to see shit. You gotta be my friend, because I don't know, they hate anybody that doesn't pay for their advertisements or anything else. And I don't need a fucking thing from Facebook ad. I don't need a Google ad. I am that motherfucker that, and you know, I'm at 70. I think my reach is at 72,000, and that's the lowest it's ever been. But because I'm not tagging people and shit, and I'm just doing all my, I'm just focused on, I'm living by example what I said. Chaotic's been here long enough. I said I was going to start focusing on who fucks with me and who only fucks with me. I wasn't lying.
Yeah, was not. You know, like me with you know with being new and coming up into all this, and the way that I'm coming up in through all this. You know, a lot of people are hating, and it's all good. You know, I don't mind the hate. It is what it is. But
you're not a wannabe either, so you can just talking.
But you know, it's crazy the amount of work that independent artists have to put in if they don't have a team doing it for helping them do it. I mean, it's beyond a full-time job. It's crazy. You know, by the time just with me, like I said, you know, and I'm not even doing the whole thing yet on my own. I do use AI for tools to, you know, tune my voice and whatnot.
I like the program used, because because Colt explained, I didn't know what program it was until Colt explained it. I know which one it is. It's just I'm not as familiar, you know, tech savvy. But dude, that's a dope ass program. More artists.
Yeah, it's, you know,
it pretty much mix and masters everything for you. Just it's not really,
right. You know, so you know, if and of course, I know that there's people out there that totally depend on AI to do it all for them. I was one of them. You know, if you go back in some of my earlier songs, you know, that was all just prompting, you know, when I was playing around trying to learn the system and seeing what it can and couldn't do. And then, you know, the changing point was me putting in one of my poems that I had wrote, and it came out, and I sent it to Colt. And that's when I got the phone call. I don't know if you've heard that song yet or not that I did about Colt, but I got a phone call from Colt telling me that I was onto something, and how did I do that? Was that me, or was it, I was straight up honest. I've been honest the entire time about all of it, you know, because I've never been able to carry a tune. I mean, hell, I got, you know, yelled at in the shower if I'd sing. You know, I mean, so I've never tried once to say that this is not how I'm doing it, and I'm all open about how I've done what I've done to get to where I'm at. And I still use some AI.
Well, if anybody
with my voice,
for other podcasters or whatever you want to be out there, that if you listen to music on a public platform, there you go. Know the difference between actual AI music and what this gentleman's talking about right now, because you can actually hear his vocal tones. But then again, there's a lot of people out here that are wannabe reactors or whatever the fuck they are, that just because they can get on a fucking camera and listen to some music, they think that they're doing something. Are you helping these people, or are you just sitting there saying this shit's straight trash?
Right.
All right. Well, if you say it's straight trash, I challenge you to this: go do the same thing, same way that they did. See if you can do better. If it's not, you should take your reaction down.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, I get it. You know, like I said, you know, there's definitely a divide, no doubt about it, between a true artist that, you know, the Adam Calhoun's, the Justin Times, the, you know, anybody from Trailer Made, you know, I mean, and so on and so on. There's definitely a divide there, or a line in the sand that says, okay, well, how like me right now, how am I going to get on stage and perform right now? I wouldn't do it. I'm not there yet, you know,
Well,
but
and
I do
I'll
have.
go ahead and be the asshole to go ahead and light the candle because, you know, what the fuck are these motherfuckers going to say for me speaking the truth? A lot of these people don't even know the fucking lyrics are speaking. You know?
Oh yeah, that's true too.
They don't know. That's why a lot of these people, they get on that stage and they, instead of using in-ears or anything, this is for talking about the real artists that you're talking about. Like I know Cole Graves, my dude AJ Hall, Mike Sons. There's a couple dudes that can carry tune and they know what the fuck they're doing. There's more than just our name, but just, you know, give examples. But there's also people that I have seen, and one of these people is blowing the fuck up right now, and she is really well known in doing her damn thing. But I had to hype her ass to get up on stage my first time hosting ever fucking event. But I'm not gonna drop this person's name. But it's just cool that people think just because it's all smoke and mirrors, it's all
Right.
I've had many people privately call me and say, dude, I don't know about this song. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? You just dropped it. I don't know the weird lyrics.
Who wrote it?
Right. But then you get to the whole question, who wrote shit? Where'd you get it from? You don't even know the fuck. You can't quote the beat. You can't even be on tempo for that shit. So you want me to believe that you want me to go out my way to hit somebody up to pay you at least $500 to get you to perform that song that you don't even fucking know. I don't know about you artists or not, but we used to do promos, and when I was a wrestler, I used to sit in the mirror and practice. Because we don't have scripts. There's nothing in front of me to fucking read. I'm out in front of that crowd.
Yeah.
I stumble on my words. You think I'm gonna be able to walk back to that locker room and be able to show back up? No.
Right. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I'm doing with the AI side of it is, like I said, you know, when I first started doing it, it was 100% pure AI. You know, other than, okay, make me a song about tulips in a garden of roses, you know, or whatever the hell, and that's what it did, you know. And then so I would take that and then I was kind of learning from it and experimenting with different things. And I thought, you know, one day, like I said, I wonder what would happen if I put one of my poems in it. And that's what I did. And I of course, I think I made, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 8 copies of the damn thing. And I was like, that actually sounds really cool. I was like, I wonder what anyone else would think about it. And I sent it to a few people, and Colt was one of them. And he wanted to know if I wrote, you know, that was the first thing out of his mouth was, did you write that? I'm like, yeah, it was one of my poems. I said, you know, AI kind of tweaked the lyrics because I didn't know how. I don't still to this day, I'm still learning.
Well, it's a lot different from
structuring.
writing a poem to doing a song because
there's a structure.
Exactly. Like if you're like I write mine, like with one of the two I got, actually all of them I wrote like this, but one that is ready to get recorded. You can thank my ex. I have written down chorus, then I have what the chorus is, and then it goes to the hook, and then there's it's
right.
And then it said, like, obviously, if you type this shit in the AI, how it's going to do just to help them write, which I'm going to have to start doing because my hands don't work right, so I can't write like I used to. It's going to, instead of saying repeat chorus twice, it's going to put either that, it's going to put saying that, or it's going to put, if it's smart enough, which I think they are. I don't know which programs. I just know ChatGPT, when I used to write my articles, were kind of weird.
Yeah.
It actually will do like the chorus twice sometimes.
And the more you use it signed in, that's the key. That's the big thing is a lot of people don't want to sign in because they're scared of the AI whole thing. And I get it. But when you're signed in with it, it learns who you are. And if you talk to it like I'm talking to you right now, it learns that. And so it learns who you are and how you act and how you behave, how you talk, how you react to things. And so everything becomes more realistic. The longer you go, it becomes more and more realistic as far as the replies that it gives you, or knowing what you're wanting out of something.
And I'm not against, using AI, like as far as writing lyrics. I'm not against that.
Right.
But because I am against saying, if you just say, I want to be, example, the fucking wannabe Jamaican dude in London. that motherfucker.
Milli Vanilli
person.
That was before AI, but I mean,
Vanilli.
But yeah,
Elvis. Yeah, but like Elvis stole a lot of fucking music from where he was from. And the only reason why it became popular was because a white dude was doing it. So that's something you need to know about your history. Because there's a lot of things in this which I'm all for the AI, helping you write, because especially if you're writing a song, which I know how to do. You write a song and you obviously misspell something, throw that shit in the AI, it's gonna fix it for you.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to a full ass AI song,
no. I mean, it's cool to learn with, and that's what I used it for. Is I was learning with it, and yeah, some of that stuff is out there. That on my YouTube channel of the earlier shit, like the Easter 420 thing I did about Justin, his hunting trip. And
I forgot you did that.
But both of those two songs, both of those two songs there are almost probably 95% AI with some personal details added in to the prompt that it fed back. So you go back to that point in time, to the point where I'm like, damn, let me put a poem in that I've wrote and see what happens with it, because I didn't know how to structure a song. I'm learning. I still have issues with structuring a song the right way. That's where the AI helps me out. I write the lyrics and the AI structures it for me, and I'm like, oh, okay, damn, that's where the chorus should have been, or that's where the break should have been, or that's where whatever it may be in the structure. AI helps me, and I'm learning with the AI as a tool to learn how to do that. And eventually, hopefully, I won't need that tool to help me structure a song anymore. And then the other side of it is the tuning, the voice tuning. I'm using it as a voice tuning tool, because my voice, no one wants to hear me. But it's gotten better, but of course this fall I've got voice coaching lined up, and so that's what I'm using it for, is just as a tool to help get to a dream that I've always had, just never had the courage or the knowledge to do it, and AI's helped me learn a lot of the stuff that I needed to learn to do it. So I think if it's used the right way, I mean, and even for the people that do straight, pure 100% AI stuff, they're never going to be mainstream. I mean, they might go big. Look at Fed Ted.
Well,
I mean,
all right. This is where my stance is, and if Justin or anybody that wants to use this, I'm not hating on Justin. I'm speaking facts. That goes to the whole thing of numbers don't mean a fucking thing. You can throw you can throw some money behind a song. Like, all right, example right here. Me, Stacks, and Smoke can go and make an AI song, or have my verse be AI, and then Smoke make the beat, and Stacks actually on there, and we could put at least, I think, 20 grand behind that bitch and push that bitch to top.
Oh yeah.
So when it's that easy to cheat the fucking system, or that's what all these labels and shit do, the mainstream, because them motherfuckers will sit there and 10 seconds of your demo, make. If you even catch, even if you pass the vibe check. If you don't pass the vibe check, they might only give you 5 seconds. They just want you to get the fuck out of the face.
He said you have his Cash App, send him $20K, and he'll get your shit to number one.
I was just saying, because I was saying how it's easy to fluff numbers. It's not hard. I could do it.
It's not. I mean, it's all in the money and knowing your SEO tools and shit.
Is that's what don't be a wannabe. That's why I love my team, because nobody on this fucking team's a wannabe. We will sit there, and I have to tell Smokehouse down there to leave motherfuckers alone that he doesn't know yet, but I do, because if you come in here on some bullshit and just playing around, Smokehouse will sit there and jump on all over your shit. No diddy. You need people like that. He's not a yes man. Like, if there's something that he might not fuck with, same with Stacks. They will privately hit me up and tell
me. If you stink, don't come around me. We'll tell you stink.
Like that song I sent you. That song I sent you tonight in email, Echoes.
I call it being on public service.
You'll be able to really hear, not so much in the hook, because it's tuned more because I can't carry that. I'm not comfortable with that angle or that tune yet. But if you in the lyric part of it, in the verses, you can really hear my voice in it. Because
wait till you hear the one I sent Jay.
For a treat, anyway.
What is it?
Say, wait till you hear the one I just sent Jay a few minutes ago, man. If I took it all.
Should have uncensored it. At least let me listen to it this time. I'm in the middle of listening to it. He deletes it.
I sent that other one into the group. So
I
you guys
sent it to Jay gets to listen to it.
You know what, dude? It is 8:36 on fucking 4th of July, and we on our fucking cameras on instead of being outside looking at fireworks, and we got 9 people in the chat. So
yeah. Slinko's heard it. Slinko heard it earlier too. But
little man, making a noise, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, eventually, like I said, you know, I plan on having you know, vocal coaching and getting to where I don't have to use it at all. But as far as right now, you know, like I said, with this song I just sang, you'll really be able to hear in there my voice, because I dropped the tuning down to it's about 90% me.
My problem is the opposite. I can carry a tune. Like, I'm really good at picking up. I can do auto tune by myself.
Carry a tune in the bucket.
I'm just kidding. When I was 18, I decided to go ahead and pick up cigarettes. But before that, you know, I was in show choir, a cappella choir. So I'm trained how to make a beat myself. I'm not trained to look at a beat and break that bitch down. So I'm having to learn how to make a beat and put something on a beat. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know how to do this shit. My ADHD, and then, you know, what's wrong up here where my cognitive thinking is not on point.
Right.
Jay, it doesn't. It doesn't help that you're tone deaf.
What?
I said it doesn't help that you're tone deaf and can't tell the difference between the. You know what I'm saying? Just make a bunch of noise.
I'm really gonna I got you.
No, I'm kidding.
All right, let's check out this song, Chaotic Stillness. It's Echo right here. What I can do.
I hear my own voice crying out in the wall. Echoes don't lie, they remember it all. Shadows whisper secrets I can't outrun. Trapped in this echo room, I'm undone. Step in the silence, feel the cold air. Ghosts of my past are everywhere. Walls keep the stories I tried to hide. Broken dreams and pain I denied. I hear the screams I swallowed whole. Echoes bouncing off my soul. Trapped in this room, no light breaks through, but the echoes, they're still calling out. Crying out in the wall. Echoes don't lie, they remember it all. Shadows whisper secrets I can't outrun. Trapped in this echo room, I'm undone. Memories twist like smoke in the air. Familiar faces that aren't really there. Time stands still but the pain moves on. Every echo a reminder of what's gone. The silence screams louder than sound in this empty room. I'm left bound, can't escape what I become. This echo room won't let me rise. Crying out in the wall. Echoes don't lie, they remember it all.
Shadows whisper secrets I can't outrun. Trapped in this echo room, I'm undone. Yeah. Every whisper in these walls, it's my story, my pain, my fight. And though I'm trapped in the echo, I'm still here, still standing.
What?
You keep like, dude, I swear, like the past 3 that you've had have just like the level of deepness. I thought Tattoos was deep, but that kind of went a little bit, you know, that was a good story follow-up for what you said on Tattoos. Because I was giving the stories of what, you know, now you're telling, like, that's more speaking about your PTSD and everything, like the darkness and demons and everything around you. So,
and that's one of the things I said in the beginning is that I miss that storytelling in music that I remember growing up and listening to. You know, it's faded with so many of the artists that are out there. There's no real story, or it's the same story by every other artist telling the same thing, and it's not. It's almost it's lost its person.
This is what tonight I wanted to talk about with the wannabes. Because what I see a lot of people do, they see what everybody else is doing and say, "Oh, that worked for them. Let me do it the same way."
Right.
Because as much as everybody wants to be like Just in Time, or they want to be like the next Upchurch, or they want to be the next ACAL, they're not. You know why?
And shout out to TJ Holmes the other day, because that was the point why I was asking him the questions that I asked him. You know, about where with him. I mean, he's had, you know, he's been around forever, you know, in the game forever, and so I have a bunch of respect for TJ and his voice and his opinion. And that's why I asked him that the other day was, you know, which one of those 2 different styles do you hear me at? And, you know, he was talking about the whole rock side of things. And I'll tell you, in all honesty, that song there was very, very uncomfortable. The slow pace, but it was still, I was still able to do it fairly easy because it was personal and it was telling a story. And that's kind of what I did with all my poetry. And that's how I write. So it makes it fairly easy. And then of course, you know, adding in that, the chaotic yell. So, but yeah, now, like I said, the hook on it, I was all over the fucking place with that.
Compared to some of that I've heard that, you know, which this might hurt some people's feelings, might be saying this, but this is the follow up to what I said the other day to J Devil when he said the song he sent me in was he wasn't feeling it, he was tired. Those people out there that want to cross paths and network with people, careful with them stories, because a lot of people out here put their last bit of they have into this just for what's next.
Yeah,
they're not going to go half-ass into something unless they have no other option. Don't be that person. Don't be somebody, and I'm not throwing shade at J Double, just speaking just in general. It's just the whole wannabe thing, because everybody wants to be the next rapper. Everybody wants to be the next podcast. Everybody wants to be the next reactor. I mean, they can't even look in the fucking mirror longer than 5 minutes and know what the hell they're looking at.
Right.
But you want to jump so quick to try to talk about somebody's life or some person that you have no idea who the fuck they are if you walked in their shoes.
Right.
You might step in their shoes and say, you know what, these motherfuckers is uncomfortable. I don't like your life. But you wanted to talk about it though, right?
Yep. And that's why, you know, again, for those that are getting to know me and see me around, you know, I've said from the beginning, I don't have any reason to say that it's not AI that or AI is not helping me. You know, I mean, I've been honest since the get-go with it all.
Right.
And that's just me. I have no reason to lie on here and then go to some other panel and or somewhere else, and then get asked to come on stage to do a show with somebody, be like, oh man, I don't know, man, I can't fucking make it, or whatever. That's just, I'm not about, that's just not me. So I have no reason to lie about any of what how I'm doing the shit that I'm doing. And eventually, like I said, hopefully, I won't need any of it anymore. But it's been a tool to help me learn.
And the way that you're going, at least you're open enough to know that, and you keep going, and more people, you network. I'm sure you could find somebody that can help.
Yeah, so, I appreciate it.
Smokehouse, this song that you just sent me, is this something that you worked on today?
What's good?
The song that you want me to play?
Oh yeah, I sent something to you, man. I let Stacks. I said it to Stacks, bro. I don't know, bro. It's just a little something I was fucking with.
Stacks, so you had a hand to play in this?
Nah, I erased it though for Stacks. He didn't get to hear it really.
You muted.
No, fucking, I heard it, a little bit of it, but he went and fucking deleted it on me. I'm gonna take that button away from him.
That's a fucking tease, bro.
Taking to the motherfucking lyrics, writing in your own songs now.
Did you hear that?
It was a rapper now. Now I think you fuck around, it's building motherfucker. It was a rapper now. Holding it down, I put you in the motherfucking ground now. It's building motherfucker now. It was a rapper now. I'm putting it down for you now. I put it on the mic, set the motherfucker on fire. Now you thought it was a rapper now. Thought you was a rapper now. Into the motherfucking lyrics now, writing in your own songs now. It was a rapper now. Put it on the mic, set the motherfucker on fire. Now you thought you was a rapper now. It was a rapper now. Motherfucker now, holding it down. I put you in the motherfucking ground now. 12 feet deep. It was a rapper now. For you now, I put it on the mic, set the motherfucker on fire.
Did you hear that?
It was a rapper now. It's hard to put you to sleep, and my mind's hot as fuck, you can't touch it now. I'm burning shit up all over motherfucker. It was a rapper now. You roll with me now, I said thought you was a rapper now. Taking to the motherfucking lyrics now. It was a rapper now. Mike now, you thought you was hot shit, you a fuck clown now. It was a rapper now.
You just sing me a diss song.
Motherfucking now, talking little girls now. Fuck you now. It was a rapper now. Ride like that now. You put your head and your shoulders now. You better watch behind you now. Hanging from a tree now. I play on baseball now. And knock your head out the park. Take it off your head now. Now I bury it in the park and put it on the. It was a rapper now. I'm about to fucking catch a plane now. Fuck around, find out. Put me on the mic now. It was a rapper now. It was a rapper now. I'm about to fucking catch a plane now. Fuck around, find out. Put me on the mic now. It was a rapper now. It was a rapper now. You drowning it out and putting it down. For you, you're putting it out. You thought you was a tough motherfucker. Pick up the pipe. Thought you was a rapper now. Taking to the motherfucking lyrics now.
Oh my gosh, did you
It
hear
was a
that?
rapper now.
Oh,
Put me on the mic now. You thought you was hot shit. You a fuck clown now. It was a rapper now. Thought you was a rapper now. Taking to the motherfucking lyrics now. It was a rapper now. Thought you was a rapper now. Taking to the motherfucking lyrics now. It was a rapper now.
Hey Dan, my Papa's dogs aren't they're hunting dogs. And they're not gun shy, but they hate them fucking fireworks. But Smokehouse, bruh,
what
the hell? Like I ain't said, that was the first time I've actually ever really heard you like attempt to rap. So
right.
I see what you're trying to do, and that beat I like that beat for sure. And I was listening to what you were saying. I know Stacks was feeling the same way. I feel like that was some built up resentment towards somebody, bro.
No, we just thought we had to fuck with, bro. It came to me, dog.
Bullshit.
You say you was gonna hang dude by the tree and play baseball?
By his feet.
Oh, fuck
you hang by his feet.
Upside down, we play baseball now. Upside down, we play. You get it?
Made Smokehouse angry, bro.
It's like a podcast kit, right?
Yeah.
They can make this joint like.
I was just sitting there listening to everything that you were saying, and I'm like, bro. Smokehouse is sitting there trying to fucking rap. Like I know you heard it too, Chaotic. Like, man. I want to see what you do with that and work on that a little bit. I see what you're doing with it, but just the fact that was your first time you've actually publicly rapped like that. All right.
I'm working on 2 of them. One froze up on me. I was almost done with it. It was better than that one. It was actually recorded. There you go.
What up, Beer Conversation? I cannot believe that just happened, bro.
Smokehouse. There's some anger issues, right?
No, I'm learning from the best, bro.
A little bit. Like I was not expecting, especially with last one you sent me was
playing
about
baseball
your wife
ever
and how much you love that she saved you, and then you're gonna send me something like that.
Baseball with he's got a whole nother way of playing baseball. Take my ball and go home.
Hey, got you talking though, didn't it?
I mean, it's just sitting here and watching how you've grown, and I just that was not the way I thought you were about to go with this.
No, he definitely out.
It was a loop, my guy. Like I was expecting another, R&B type feel. Not that.
That's coming next. That's better than all this shit.
That was a straight up fuck somebody in the ear hole. Like it's in there talking about pulling a pipe and all that shit. I'm like, whoa.
Nah, he's stuck on the pipe. You get it? He's stuck on the pipe. Yeah.
All right,
just having some fun.
I could tell. Definitely could tell. That's what it's all about. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing in this. Like Chaotic was up there when he was talking about earlier. You kind of just showed that motherfucker had straight up have fun. Like that's what it's all about, y'all. When you really enjoy this, have fun, but also take it where you're serious. Like Smokehouse, I know this dude. He's in our group chat, and this motherfucker used to.
You gotta be seriously careless.
He was sending like 6 different fucking beats a day. He was working on. So
hey Jay, did you hear that song I made about Colt? I'll send it to you. You don't have to play it if you don't want, but I'll send it to you.
I got about an hour.
I wrote it, but it's heavily tuned just because of the vocal ranges and stuff in it. But I did write it.
I'm still stuck on that song because I'm trying not to spin it again because I ain't trying to make this motherfucker's head any bigger than what it is.
Smokes.
This song we just played by Smokehouse because I want to hear what the fuck he was saying again. I'll listen to that shit. I'll probably listen to it by myself later because I want to take some notes on this shit. And like, hold up.
Gonna read between the bars.
But hey, Boss Talk that you sent me, that's like one of the last ones. That's on the album, isn't it? Stacks. No,
that's actually I think it's the one, not Boss Talk. That's the one we did over the phone.
Oh, all right.
Turned out really good though. For being on a jail recording. Well, his part was done on the jail.
SP, Big Stacks.
No, he was over there too.
2 up, 2 down. It's time to apply that pressure. Boss moves, I run this bitch, no cap, yeah, I'm pressure, ho. Trap, doing jumping jacks, my phone still rushing, though. Fuck a friend, I need a plug, a stick, and extra blow. You cross me once you get that smoking, I ain't letting nothing go. Boss moves, yeah, I run this bitch, no cap, I'm pressure, ho. Trap, doing jumping jacks, my phone still extra, though. Fuck a friend, I need a plug, a stick, and extra blow. And cross me once you get that smoking, I ain't letting nothing go. Yeah, I'm the one who made the drought flood, and I don't need no clout, bro. Used to whip it in my box, and now I'm in the PS truck. Niggas say they gangsta till they fold and point their mans up, and I don't do no deals unless the money and the grams up. Man, fuck the law and fuck a judge and fuck the chains and cuss. I did a bit, I came, I'm harder now, don't trust too much. Bitch, I'm known to stretch or break it like the shit's doing yoga in the trap with that older chopper singing like Doja. Me, my chopper sing like Doja. Hold that clip up and let it bark. Get them boys.
Chopper seem like Doja Cat. Push a button, blow it back. Talking like he tough online. Real life, he know he cat. Came out that bottom pit. Had to fight, ain't going back. Label me a problem. Now they see me as a stat. I was but with nothing but a vision and a pack. Now I'm counting plays while my brody watch my back. Demons try to take me out, but I slid out of every trap. Turn my pain into hustle, I ain't never needed rap. Still got scars from the nights I was stressing. Still thank God even when I'm second guessing. Heart too pure, had to learn my own lesson. Kept that steel tucked just in case they testing. Boss talk, I ain't never moved sloppy. 10 toes, they could never outbox me. Told my little bro, stack first, move wisely. Now we up good, whole team looking golly. I wish a motherfucker would try to stop me.
Boss moves, I run this bitch, no cap, yeah, I'm pressure, ho. Trap, doing jumping jacks, my phone still extra, though. Fuck a friend, I need a plug, a stick, and extra blow. You cross me once you get that smoking, I ain't letting nothing go. I'm the boss up in the trenches, I don't bow down to no man. Used to get it off the muscle, now it's straight up from the man. I told my young and take charge, he said betting he ain't ran. That's the loyalty I rap for, fuck a fake ass brand. Fuck a handshake, show respect with a check, and I ain't beefing about no hoe. I'm too rich, too stressing next. All these racks came from pain, I had the jug and had the finesse. Now it's diamonds when I speak, and every word is like a flex. I don't sleep, but I just stack. Bitch, I'm built for this grind. Got my city on my back and every move on time. Real killers on my team and they don't talk, they slide. Pull up, hop out, walk down, make that Draco sing lullabies. Used to trap off of a flip phone, now it's smart tech. Put a beam up on his hoodie, now the boy ain't no threat. Big boss, big check. Don't confuse me with the rest. And every line I drop make the broke nigga sweat.
He just had
from because you sent that to me.
I think
when y'all was still working on it. So yeah, you can't tell that was over a Joe phone at all. Good shit.
Yeah, that took like $20 worth of phone calls to get to.
I can imagine.
But it turned out good.
Before I play the next one, I'm gonna talk my shit a little bit about these because I know Smokehouse, you allowed to go ahead and freely speak on this, so I'm not gonna tell you no. The wannabes, the ones that we always poke out, the ones that want to say that they're trying to get help and they want a hand out instead of a hand up. The motherfuckers that we just gotta tell you to not just unleash them. Please feel free to, because I don't know if most people know, but Triple T was in a situation last night. Somebody thought it was a cool idea to call the cops on this motherfucker. But also on this, there was said talks of him and Gobble Bitch. Gobble Bitch wanted to invite him to a fight. A man in his 60s, retired vet. But here's my fucking problem with that. I don't give a fuck about that shit. My problem is you motherfuckers out there that want to ride on that wave don't even know Triple T, but you hear his name getting brought up. You see Gobble's name getting brought up, praising fucking Gobble Nuts. When
Dick Rad ain't free,
he slapped Triple T, motherfuckers were planning on that motherfucker's funeral. But everybody wants to ride this wave and want to be the next thing that they don't need to be because they don't know who the fuck they are.
Dick riding ain't free. Just so y'all know that. Somebody got to pay.
I don't understand what the whole. Why would you want to ride a wave that somebody else made? Just I'm not even speaking just beyond the situation, just in general. Like, what is the whole?
Because they want a picture.
They're unsure of themselves and fucking lack the integrity and the fucking balls to do it themselves.
Like, I'm not even just speaking about church. I'm speaking about just general, like, facts. You see me talking, I call it out on everybody's fucking chat. Salute to everybody that ain't got the balls to say what the fuck they want to with the real pages.
Because it's a lot of it has to do with their own selves, bro. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with you, them, anybody. It's them. It's the motherfuckers looking at the camera. That's who the problem is with. Like, they can't get past themselves to even think logically about what the fuck they're doing.
No, they're insecure and they push out their insecurities on other people, and it turns into anger. And then you point that out, and you're like, "Oh, well, dude, why don't you go get help?" Fuck you, I don't need help. Sure about that.
And then again, some people are so stuck in their ways that they're scared of change.
It's so much easier just to ask somebody, "Hey Jay, how did you do this, man? I would love to learn how to do something like that."
Some people,
it's fucking easy.
Oh yeah, dude. Like when I first started out, like even people locally or personally to me, they're like, "Oh, all you do is talk shit on the internet, and that's all you do." It's easy to do, and they would try to do it and find out. No, it's not all I do. I just made it look like that's all I did because I had to get my name out there. I had to get my face shown because otherwise, I'm just a face behind a fucking keyboard that nobody knows.
Hey Jay, show them the script.
Shit. I wish
I keep muting because I'm outside. And it sounds like a war zone out here right now. So
it ain't going off here yet.
Motherfuckers are so worried about what the next person is doing, they forget about themselves. Like, what the fuck? Motherfuckers worried about this right here, them, it'd be a whole lot better. Quit worrying about what the next man doing.
Well, like with right here, what I've been doing the past couple of times on the lives, everyone's like, "Oh, well, you're not focused on, you're going to bring drama and all this bullshit." That wasn't what I was doing. I was bringing light to shit that nobody wants to speak on because so many people want to run with something. Like when Charlie came on here, even though still don't fully understand why he won't shut the fuck up, but it is what it is. But a lot of people want to run with something that they don't fully understand. Like if ACal's explained himself enough, but if Upchurch really came on here and approached me personally and said, "Hey, yo, I want to come on your show and I want to talk about really why I did all this shit. Why I did everything with Tom, why I did everything with ACal, all these motherfuckers," I would let him. But a lot of people would sit there like, "Oh, well, I want to hype up the bullshit. I want to hype." No, I want to put it into this bullshit because it's getting old. Because you have artists like Chaotic up here that said he's trying to break out and get heard out there. We got Smokehouse trying to break out and get heard. But they're getting muddled in with all this bullshit. They don't need to pick a side and ride the guy's wave to get heard. They just need all the bullshit to stop. What?
Smokehouse is looking for somebody to play baseball with.
Shit.
I'm only kidding.
It's crazy out there.
I'm not kidding.
Well, it's just crazy as fuck just to watch how all this beef is just a lot of people talking, but really won't do anything.
Well, and
everybody want to be.
I've said it from day one. It's just a matter of being real with your fucking self. Quit going on a fake account. Quit being fake on a panel that you feel that you need to be fake on, so that you're clicking in, and then go to another panel and be someone else so you can talk about where you was just at. I can't. I don't have the time for that shit. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I don't understand.
On Facebook than they do in real life.
I don't understand how people may have the time to do all that shit, and the fucking mind time, the mental time, more or less. I mean, more than the physical time. Physical time's simple, but the mental time to be able to keep up with all the bullshit, I sure as hell don't have it.
Yeah,
if I put that much into it, my brain would blow up.
Right. Like, I'm more worried about what's going on under my own roof, let alone what the hell's going on under a fucking ranch roof or another roof or in someone's parking lot or a fucking Walmart or whatever. I mean, to each their own, but I ain't got time to fucking worry about it.
It should never be your problem until it lands on your doorstep. Don't make it your problem because what?
Yep.
And if they put that much energy into their own music, maybe they'd be off of Facebook Live. The simple fact is, we're all trying to make it. If we made it somewhere, we definitely going to be on this Facebook Live. So, we shouldn't be bringing each other down, this, that, and the third. Help each other. Don't charge for features. That's stupid. First off. Let's try to make it out together, man.
If you don't like somebody or don't like their music, don't like what they're doing, or don't like how they're fucking moving, then move away.
I'm say the best. You got nothing nice to say, don't say it wrong.
Okay, so there's only 2 channels that I fuck with hardly anymore, and that's J and Triple T's.
Yeah, I mean, Jake show's a real show, man. I don't see. I don't know why people don't come up with it.
Cosmic Crazy just asked a beautiful question. I'm glad Six just jumped up on here and so chaotic. We all spoke openly on Triple T's podcast about this. Our take on the job calling. It was a whole ass move. The whole move of people taking this shit beyond the internet is a bitch move.
Okay, so that let me explain something to y'all about doxing. Okay, so back when I was acting dumb and moving reckless, back when I was a teenager and shit, doxing started on what they called a Nashville chat line. And then it went from the Nashville chat line after Tabitha Tudor's come up missing, and I pray they find that girl one day. She's been missing 23 years. But it started on the Nashville chat line. That's where the doxing name came from, because somebody got arrested for it, and the police said in court that they call it doxing.
Okay.
So it went from there to the internet. Well, when dial-up was a thing, you couldn't dox nobody on dial-up, because if you tried, it would cut you off.
Yep.
And now the cool thing is with these other people, and I don't know who they are. I don't know who done it. I can't say who done it. But now the cool thing is having people's houses swatted. That played out in the 90s. That shit stopped in the 90s. Why it's happening now is because somebody thinks they're a hacker because somebody gave them the drop on somebody else. That was a whole ass move, and I hope whoever done it, I hope they get doxed back to see how it feels.
I didn't know this, but Cosmic Crazy said this. Did you know that they sent videos to I didn't know that.
One more time, I'm sorry.
Cosmic Crazy said in the chat that they sent videos to Triple T's boss.
Yeah, I didn't know there was videos involved. I knew there was. I thought it was phone calls that was involved.
Like I was watching that live. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I watch Triple T almost every night. I appreciate, and I'm the one. I appreciate. He gave me a shout out last night because I hooked. He was vibing out the Max Street, so I connected him with his manager. But I'm sick and tired of, and I'm one of the people that is a victim.
Okay, well, the video
put on pedestals and help get heard.
The videos came from the videos came from what's his name's wife. I don't know her name.
Oh, Merle.
Yeah, I guess that's her name, Merle, or whatever. Linda, Lindsay, whatever the fuck her name is.
Appreciate that, Brandon. But I was about to spin this Young P Man Rust and Tennis Soul song. Treat them like, because
all right, well, I'm
need to do to anybody out here doing anything. Treat them like some fucking hoes. That's all you need to do. Treat them like some hoes.
I'm gonna mute my mic.
We the hardest in the city, ain't nobody fucking with us. We the realest ones in it, we know. And if money ain't the mission, but you still want some attention, it ain't shit for us to treat them like some hoes. Hell no, dog, this shit ain't new to us. Got a little lights, don't get it twisted, we been cold. Send the soul, really kill the goals, and we finish show. The rest of the world with the city being on. We the ones you kill the pin on. When you wanna feast, cause motherfuckers know that we been dope. Ain't gon' tiptoe, or random matter of fact. Half of these rappers you gas being hoes. Got a big dick, and a bigger chip on my shoulder, about to roll it off and kill me a pussy ass rapper. Might just pull up to the venue with Benji in front of your friends and family. Now you panic, the pussy was happening. They ain't really bad, just really good actors. All the talking loud, they getting his ass whipped. Never got his bitch on my dick, in the back of the dick, like an acrobatic doing backflips. We the hardest in the city, ain't nobody fucking with us. We the realest ones in it, we know. And if money ain't the mission, but you still want some attention, it ain't shit for us to treat them like some hoes. Treat them like some hoes. Treat them like some hoes.
Yesterday was the past. I'm focused on what tomorrow bring, and I ain't never ever looking back. Yeah, they gon' feel us like 412s in the back of the trunk when they blast. Since like 11, I've been out here giving them hell with the rapping. I'm snapping on all of their ass. They don't really wanna see me in the zone down. To the top here, yeah, we about to take off. Really to the city, they know step up, get treated like a hoe. I put my paint in the switch and let it burn slow. Yeah, I took advice from my OG one time. He told me that sometimes it's the way that it go. Yeah, this is my future, I'm taking control of it. I know these bitches trying to get a hold of it. They'll never shake me, you rattle me. I get the ball and I'm scoring or throwing it. You would never be me. This shit come from the soul, man, they get deep. When I'm running through the 10, gotta see rust. Told them we were gonna make it fun, they had to never wanted to believe us.
The hardest in the city, ain't nobody fucking with us. We the realest ones in it, we know. And if money ain't the mission, but you still want some attention, it ain't shit for us to treat them like some hoes. Treat them like some hoes. Treat them like some hoes.
Fuck your team. I've seen that shit. Yeah, you guys can find that music video on Young P Man. YouTube. I put it in the chat. That is like at 3.4K views. This dude, y'all check all the videos out. He films it himself. At the studio he does.
Can I make
one of them? What?
Can I make a good point real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this shit that's happening with this drill rap right now, where they're walking each other down, it's because people are giving the drop on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what that means is that they're doxing, but they're not doing it on the internet. They're literally finding these people's address, following them home, and getting their address, and then going back and spinning on them. That is why people are getting walked down right now.
Or who was that they were on they were in LA. So I don't pay attention to the rap scene like that. I don't believe that.
I mean, I follow it because I was following Young Bull on YouTube until he got in some trouble for spinning, and then I just backed off his channel because I seen the police were on his channel, so I just kind of backed out and unsubscribed and unfollowed.
You know, I said it last night, I think, on or maybe it was in a chat with Jay. You know, it's all fun and games for these people that are doing the dumb shit. Eventually,
okay. So what happens?
They're going to do the dumb shit with someone that they're not prepared to fuck around and find out with.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. What happens if what happens if the wrong one gets the wrong one's address
Exactly.
and they catch them outside and they walk them down?
Exactly.
Then it's self-defense because it wasn't premeditated. It was, hey, he said he was going to get me, so hey, I got him before he killed me. So I mean, yeah, it's going to be a trial, but in the end, it's going to be, hey, I felt threatened for my life. He doxed me, had me swatted, or she had me swatted. So I done what I needed to do to make sure my family was straight.
Exactly. That's why I said. I mean, eventually, this shit's gonna go bad for somebody, real bad.
Well,
And
if he earned it with it, they already did because they're trying to fuck with T's livelihood.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, not everybody out there is gonna be willing to sit and fucking take all the bullshit.
Now, see, that's why I've calmed down. I've been sitting back and I've been watching because I got a motherfucker that thinks I don't know that he's sending subliminals my way. But every time he sends somebody a text about me, I get that text in a screenshot. And I send it to my email every time. And I'm not threatening nobody, but I promise, somebody runs up on me, I'm going to protect myself. And I'm going to leave it at that.
I'm the same way, bro. But I don't use a gun. So I'm that sick fuck that wants to sit there and watch you scream and watch you and listen to you scream.
I'll throw hands, but if somebody pulls a gun on me, then I'm gonna walk them down, and that's just what it is.
Too many people carry these days, and you don't know who a lot of them are because a lot of people can still carry.
Well, I can't speak on that because yeah.
Well, it's just like I said earlier, we're talking with just you and me, traits. A lot of these people, and I said this I think the last podcast I did, I want to start checking motherfuckers' cards because either one, they want to run with calling somebody a pedo, want some bullshit, or two, they want to snitch. But yet, if you listen to these people's songs, they talk about pulling on people, running fucking drugs, all kinds of shit. But yet, if that's really the behavior that you had, in the way,
why are you self-snitching on yourself if that's really what you're doing?
Break code number one. The code of fucking silence because you don't speak on shit that you did.
Exactly. If you spin on somebody or if you hit a lick on somebody, you don't speak on that.
Mm-mm.
Great White, are you in Florida?
Who, me?
No, Great White Wolf said you treat everyone like they're carrying. Here.
Well, I mean,
he said here you treat everyone like they're carrying. I'm just wondering if they're in Florida.
Tennessee right now has a stand your ground law right now.
Yeah, Florida does too. Well, Florida's had it for a long time, but
I'm tired of these fake motherfuckers out here that are just like I seen a few the other day out at Walmart, and they had their flags hanging out of their back right pocket. And I told them, I said, hey, that right there is reckless. You know what you're supposed to be doing. No showing of colors till wartime, period.
I used to snatch them bitches when I see people doing that shit. What the fuck is you doing? Oh, give me back my flag. Fuck out.
We call that stripping. When that happens, we strip them and we pull their 12/9/20.
Well, all right, because sex, smoke. We probably not chaotic because I know you were a military man, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But we've all had private talks about how we used to be, and I'm not proud of how I used to be. But when I was doing my thing, we didn't brag about jumping motherfuckers for fucking fun. We did one-on-ones. That's why we said let's run the ones. Let's run the ones. And if most you got jumped was when either somebody snatched your chain and somebody had to pull up on you, or you got jumped in.
The only thing the military frowned on when you went in is if you've been caught.
We don't call it getting jumped in. We call it getting down.
But I'm just saying, like that was the only. now that's what the thing is. Everybody wants to jump on somebody. Like, the fuck is that kind of? You took 4 people on one person. You bragging about that shit? It took 4 of y'all to beat up one person.
I wish it was back like it was in the old days. You know, 1-on-1, you get done. Someone will win or lose. You go back in, fucking drink a beer, fucking whatever, and fucking call it a day. Yeah, man, you got me. You got me, bro. You know,
I miss when we used to have a disagreement with somebody. You met up with that person, you fought it out, and
there wasn't no cameras, there wasn't no Facebook Live, there wasn't no.
And if if I whooped, say example, if I whooped your ass and you were disrespectful after that, really, I already beat your ass in front of everybody.
Right.
I ain't got nothing else to prove.
Right.
Yep.
But now
there wasn't no.
Want to come up and fucking either stab you or have somebody pull up on you and shoot you because they can't handle the ass whooping that they deserved.
Yep.
Well, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Shit. True.
I mean, that's just that's what it is.
Always staying frosty.
Salute to y'all. I'm gonna get off here and spend the rest of the 4th with my family. But I want to let it be known that you messing with somebody's livelihood, somebody's job, and their money. That shit right there alone, where I'm from, will get you walked down.
Muted Stacks.
Stacks knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I muted this whole time. I've been talking the whole damn time.
You muted yourself. I didn't mute you.
Yeah, but you keep knocking at the devil's door long enough, somebody gonna answer that bitch.
Yeah.
You go on the other side. You really gonna fuck around and find out.
I'm waiting on SP to hit me.
For 5 second decision.
Yeah, I get the number. I don't know. I don't know if he has any time on the phone to call, or if you put time on your end to call. I don't know.
I have to have his OCA number.
No, you just gotta make an account on Paytel, and he'd be able to call you like that.
I forgot. See, I'm used to having the OCA number. Now they've changed it to where they got iPads and shit.
Yeah.
See, I'm not used to that, Stacks. I'm used to the old way where you got somebody's OCA and fucking put money on your phone.
Right.
Yeah, no, they changed that shit now.
Yeah,
they got iPads and shit now.
Well, they got a tablet. It's a tablet.
All right, salute y'all.
What's up, 6? Like what I respect what Wolf said in here. He said folks always fought, though if they weren't friends afterward, they might fight several times, so they are.
Hey, I became best friends.
Yep.
Best friends with
Facts.
Man, me and my friends used to beat the shit out of each other, but then again, we were wrestlers and fucking fighters, so that's what we did. That was fun. Like, you want to sit there, you want to talk about throwing hands and shit. Okay, I'm comfortable with that. Like, you can give me a mic in my hand, I'll sit there and fucking freeze up like a little motherfucker. But you say, "Hey, let's go throw the ones." Let's go.
That's where. Hey, to prove something, you're gonna have to kill me because everything else has already been done. If you coming for me, you're gonna have to come with a bullet, bro, and kill me because I don't care about nothing else. It's already been done.
I was raised, like I told y'all in the group chat a little bit, but y'all two know. Man, I learned how to take a punch from a grown ass man and eat that bitch as a little kid. Because you weren't allowed to show fear, and you weren't allowed to show cry. You weren't allowed to show tears. You weren't allowed to tell nobody.
That's it.
So now that I'm, a man myself, you really think fighting's gonna bother me? No. It's gonna suck because my girl see me after last time I had to put hands on somebody. I smacked the dog shit on because he was disrespectful to her, and I told him, if you're disrespectful to my girl in front of me again, and I catch it, I'm smacking the fuck out of you. Oh, whatever, bro. I won't do that. So, he happened to do it. I walked away. Then he happened, to speak when he wasn't supposed to be there. So I just, all right, boom, get the fuck out. And he's like, you really smacked me, man? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, I just
told you it was gonna happen.
I told you. Like, the fuck? Like, but that made me realize that a lot of these motherfuckers around here that want to be
everybody want to do gangster
code and
shit
shit or nothing. And no offense to nobody when I say this, are nothing more than dudes that want the excuse to get high and look cool. Because most of these motherfuckers think pulling a pack is going and getting.
That's it.
That too. Like I'm just talking about, just far as the ones that I see, want to be that have the flag, like Six was talking about that.
Oh yeah.
Down and shit. But the keyboard warriors too. Yeah, nah.
Like send their asses to downtown Compton for a day.
The internet thug and real.
See how many of them make it out.
Yeah, like especially there's I always say this shit. People like, what the fuck you know about code? I grew up, I'm not many. You don't really forget the sounds of hearing a man get eaten by an alligator or pigs. You don't forget shit like that. Well, I'm strongly against snitching. I know what happens to snitches or chummos or.
Hey, snapping turtle ponds are fucking great.
Or if you're $20 off the fucking OG's plugs re-up, that's not that's how most of these people like, oh, it's just $20, just give me back.
Did you know you don't need any type of special license? You don't need any type of special license to have a snapping turtle pond.
Really?
Just saying. They like bones too.
That's great.
Hey, feed them to the pigs.
Those motherfuckers will sit there and think that's goldfish and shit. Go ahead and swim in that bitch. Yeah, I like that. See, you got my mind spinning.
Just saying.
That's what them law movies, them crime shows.
Hogs sometimes they leave bones.
Because what the movies leaving out and all this shit, they don't show the fingernails getting removed, the hair getting shaved, teeth getting pulled, and you ever heard somebody scream that they ain't got no teeth? Shit's not cool. It's not cool, man.
I swear my old lady's plotting to kill me, bro. She be watching Snap all the time. So I'm gonna stab you with an ice pick, so I don't leave my fingerprints.
Yeah, I will happily. That's why my girl realized something was wrong with me when I could sit there and watch a fucking horror movie and go to sleep fine.
I woke up
I had that bitch playing while I'm going to sleep.
I woke up in the middle of the night one night to my first wife when I was in the military, straddling over top of me with a fucking butcher knife in mid swing.
That's how I found out about Latino women.
It was a bloody fucking mess when the cops got there. He's trying to get the knife from her, but it wasn't me. She's cutting herself trying to fucking fight me. I was just trying to keep the knife out of my fucking skin. But yeah. Crazy shit, man. But
yeah, some of them like that shit. They beat up and then fuck type shit.
I like that.
Hell no, I'm not. I don't want you to punch me.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's people.
Right.
That's what I
have a disagreement with that. What he just said. What fun would it be if Upchurch didn't plant the country rap tree? I think that's lyrics off of something. But if it's not, Bubba Sparks came before Upchurch. So did
who came before Bubba Sparks? Never went down to Georgia.
There's a lot.
I mean, if you want to talk about country rap, or go back and look at who was it that sang that the Streak way back in like the 50s or 50s, 60s, maybe. You know that song? What I'm talking about? Oh yes, they call him the Streak. That song, that wasn't fucking country. That was totally different than anything anybody had ever fucking heard before. Before rap was even thought of. I mean, shit's been around for a long fucking time. It's just taking people to fucking take a hold of their mind and rewrite things. Like I said, look at The Devil Went Down to Georgia. To me, that's country rap.
Yeah, I love that song. But it's just crazy to watch how all this played out. I said this months ago.
Ray Stevens, yep. Cosmic said it. Yeah, Ray Stevens. Yeah,
good guy.
I mean, that was nothing like anything that I'd ever heard growing up.
And now, I'm a 90s baby. It's watching a lot of things that were considered too risque is okay now. Like they used to be against Ren and Stimpy, but now and I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm not that dude. I'm just now it's okay to have a trans person or something really, really pushing the gay narrative on kids. When I was in elementary school and and I'm not trying to be that dude. I'm just saying, and that's just now you see where people they're like, oh well, I seen it work for you. This now let me complain about this and make this, and then instead of actually fighting for that, you just want to bitch and complain. That's where I was trying to get with the wannabes on that too. Like, it's just crazy as fuck that it's spread to the YouTube page, or not just mine. I'm just saying, just in general, just YouTube in general, because there's so much bullshit out here in real life that needs focused on, but nobody's really pushing that. Like with TJ, he did Michael's Miracle Network. Yep. He didn't call out nobody wasn't there, but there were people that weren't wanting to go because of certain reasons, when in reality that's a kid that has cancer.
Didn't he say people were reserving rooms and shit and never showed up? That were getting, yeah, man, I'm gonna be there, I need a fucking room, and then just flaked. Yeah, I mean, don't know who the people were, don't even care who they were, but I mean, yeah, like you said, there's more important shit to fucking life and eat music, whatever. There's more important shit than this playground bullshit.
Well, let's go kiss Johnny Gobble's ass about him doing what he did to Triple T and praising Hosier and Upchurch spreading bullshit. When, like I said, Chop Easy pushed up paperwork that's legit. Hosier and everybody spoke on fake paperwork. That blew the fuck up. That was all over Facebook and everything. Yeah. But yet, when the truth came out on some shit,
let me go back real quick. So the shit what I just said doesn't get whatever you fucking twisted and shit, because I don't want to take anything away from Smo, from Colt, from all these people, because absolutely they fucking opened the doors to what is here right now. No fucking doubt about that at all. So I don't want that fucking twisted on what I said.
Before these and what's really unique about these individuals, they're white. And before, it was not fun to be a white rapper. Unless if you were not a gimmick like Vanilla Ice, or you were not the next Eminem when he blew up, nobody really gave a fuck. Like they automatically like, oh well, what we can do is we can use you to open up the venues and shit for us, but other than that, you're nothing. That's it. Right. You're just gonna help us get in the door. We're gonna close the bitch out. I'm not speaking ill, I'm just speaking facts. But that's why it's been crazy watching how this played out, because now it's all country raps this. Praise Upchurch. What about Bubba? What about Smo? What about Colt Ford? What about Buckshot? What about and then you're like, who? Know your fucking history. That's it. I'm not gonna speak. I'm not gonna sit there and say Upchurch isn't better than them. I'm not. That's not what this is. I'm just
same way. I don't want to take anything from Upchurch and what he's done either. Because he did do a lot for the genre. There's no fucking doubt about it. No question on that. I mean, he did do a lot for the genre, but so didn't a whole shit ton load of other fucking folks.
If it wasn't for those that came before you, you'd still be sitting there banging on the doors like, hey, yo, and then what the fuck is this hip-hop? I don't want to listen to this stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's what they used to call it. It was hip-hop.
Hip-hop.
Now it's country.
I still have a hip-hop playlist.
Like, it was because I didn't know, like, when I first discovered country rap about 3 years ago, I didn't know it was a real thing. I was like, the fuck? Like,
a lot of artists hated that name, hip-hop. They fucking hated that shit. Dan's still rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Dan's spitting bars. Dan's spitting bars in the chat.
But no, it's if everybody could at least, spend 5 minutes looking in that mirror, talking about the shit that you don't want nobody to know to yourself, till you're comfortable enough expressing that with others to get to learn this important thing that it took me to learn. Because when it came to me afraid to jump on here, because when I first started this, I did not. I was like, I don't like people. I don't want nobody to know my shit because they're going to use that shit against me. I didn't realize it was going to build a following of people realizing, like, you know what, it's okay to be yourself. It is.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Go in that mirror, learn who the fuck that is. Because until you know who that is, don't speak on nobody else.
I wore a mask most of my
You don't
fucking
know what
life.
that person had to do to get up in the fucking day. Just jump, just to be able to do basic things. You don't know.
Yeah. I was fake as fucking wore a mask for most of my life up until about 9-10 years ago when I first started talking about all the abuse and the trauma. Then I was like, damn, I regretted the entire time I wore that fucking mask. Like, man, this could have been my life. I would have not had so much fucking stress, so much fucking pent up anger, so much, this fucking hatred towards every fucking body, and no patience whatsoever with any fucking thing.
Therapy saved me, man. Like, I didn't think therapy would save me, but it did. Because I'm like, I don't want to talk about nobody my fucking problems, because talk about it's gonna make me pissed off, because I don't want to talk about it because I can't fix it. That's how I've always been my whole life. Unless I can do something about it, I usually don't like to talk about it because bringing it to light is gonna piss me off.
Yeah. There still is no fixing it, but you can learn to accept it.
Like, I had to rebuild everything. Like, it was, and then having that person sit there and like, you know what? Even though you're not this person no more, you still are. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, I'm really not. Like, I can't sit there and do what I used to. Going 5 minutes in a fucking round, like, I can't do that shit. He's like, but you still have that. You're still that same person. That person never went away. Yep. And it took me a long time to really understand that. And that's why he was like, once you figure out what to do with that, what you are, and you put it towards something else, you'll find the root of it. Because what the root of it was never that I was angry wanting to prove a point. It was I was doing what I knew what to do to build up for what's next. I wanted to open a gym for kids. I wanted to find the next me to understand, to help that person understand it's okay to be angry. You might like to do, you don't have to be a hard ass to be a fucking fighter. You don't. It takes a special motherfucker to be a fighter. Don't get me wrong, but you don't have to be a hood person to be a fucking fighter. And that's what I wanted to find, because I came from, watch my mom as a single mom for most of my life go through things. So I wanted to find that person that's angry, that wants to prove and do something for the family.
And exactly,
I was that little cream puff, man. Like, my dad got so pissed off at me when I was playing football because I hated hurting people. So, but I was always a big kid, and I was strong, and I was that kid. If I accidentally threw you down, I'd pick you up because I felt bad, even though you're on another team. Even I could do it, no problem.
Big for nothing.
Well, it's just it was because I seen what a big, like, that was mainly because of my life, my home life. I seen what being big and strong does, and I didn't like it. Like, I didn't like being thrown across the fucking room and all that shit. So that's not something to brag about.
Right.
Like, so when it got to where I didn't like causing violence to other people until I discovered MMA, and then that was a whole different story. Like, when I was boxing and shit, I could go and spar and do the tuning bag all day long, but when it came to actually throwing, I hated it, because especially if somebody isn't trained fighting, because they're gonna sit there and do all this. So I'm sitting there like, all right, let's go. And
that's why I lived in the gym when we were out to sea. When I joined the Navy, I lived in the fucking gym when I was out to sea. I didn't sleep. If I wasn't working, I was in the gym. Because I was, my entire life, I was 6'1" and weighed 120 pounds soaking wet. So I couldn't gain weight. I could fucking sit and eat and eat and eat and eat, and I couldn't gain weight until I started going to the gym and taking the fucking shit that we were allowed to take when we were outside of, international waters. You can take a little bit more different kind of stuff and put in your system, and the military didn't care.
But my first, like, I was that little fat kid that everybody picked on and put in lockers and shit. And then when I finally figured out, I can use my training that my dad did, and the hardest thing about fighting, is learning how to take a punch. It is not the cardio is because you can have all the training and shit you want. Punch in the eye one good time. Guarantee everything's gonna go out the fucking window. Because so I had 15, actually, what was it? By the time I started, I stepped in the cage. I had 17 years of learning how to take a right hook to the face by a grown-ass man. So, yeah. Like, okay, you're gonna beat my ass, but I guarantee, like, that, my last fight, they had to make me stop because it was unsanctioned and my eye was split. But I was gonna keep going. But unfortunately, you know, if you're not a pro fighter and all that shit, once you start bleeding, they gotta call the fight. But I've always been that dude. You're gonna sit there and hit me, I'm gonna snap out of fucking reality, and I'm going to stop. Yeah. Mike, you have to take a fucking bat and beat the holy dog shit out of me or do something, because I had that flight or fight, and I have no flight. I'm not running away. I'm going to make sure the problem is neutralized. And I explained that to my therapist. That was the first person ever told me that actually looked at me. It's like, you know what? You're not crazy. You're not a violent person. You just have a really bad problem with, you have a really, really severe problem with disrespecting people that are angry. I guarantee I know where it comes from, and that's where we talked about my dad, which that was the only other person I've ever spoke about my dad openly up until I became, and I was 27 years old. But after doing that, bruh, I felt fucking like 20. I felt like 100 pounds lighter.
No, that was just
somebody finally understood me. So when I first started figuring out what to do with this outside of the paranormal realm, I wanted to help people get to that where they could feel understood, they could feel heard, they could feel valued, because I know what it's like to be like a piece of shit, treated like you ain't shit, and nobody giving a fuck. What the fuck is that?
That's why I started my mental health YouTube channel back a few years back.
Microphone. Microphone. The blue snowball ice. The microphone. Not the one I use. I have several. I have this one.
So mine's a blue too.
I have this one.
That's a space probe.
When I show people this pit, they're like, "Dude, why aren't you recording?" I'm like, "I don't know, because I
This
guess
is mine.
I can do auto tune and shit."
That's my mic. That's my microphone now.
Phone.
Yeah,
Is that a Yeti? A blue Yeti?
I think so.
Yeah, those are good ones. Yeah, this one's
it has auto tune feature and all that shit. I'm like, I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to this shit, and I'm so scared to reach out to people to teach me, because as soon as I get people close to or want to, and not offense, no shot at y'all. I'm not. This is not at y'all. It's just when I wanted to bring people in to try to figure out what the fuck would fuck. When we were trying to build something and do something, everybody wants to take the idea and just say, "Oh, I don't need this. I don't need that. Fuck all them." That's not the independent aspect to have, yo. Because it's supposed to be fuck them, but build us. Because at the end of the day, most of these people out here that you want to pay you don't give a flying fuck about you at all. But I was just trying to kill a little bit of time because we got about 15 minutes left. And I see people dropping out because fireworks and shit starting. So I do want to kind of catch a little bit, see if I can hear something. But I do want to play this song Chaotic sent me. Have I played Relentless on here?
Oh, that's when I asked if you had heard that. That's when I had wrote about Colt. And like I said, it's heavily tuned because you'll hear why, because I am not comfortable in that zone that but it's I did write it. So, and this is what I was saying about the call that I had got from Colt that like lit the fire under my ass. That's what kind of this is about.
Got you.
I think you might have heard the
fire pot.
What?
I said I think you might have heard the Witness one.
Yeah,
I should have song called The Witness too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have heard this one.
Mr. Looney Tunes over here. Stacks.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am not.
Swamp rat.
How you gonna talk shit and then mute your mic in the middle of talking shit?
I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
All right, let's check this
You're
one out.
funny, dude. You're funny.
Oh, we'll play no more.
Oh, funny.
This one goes out to Colt Montgomery, soldier, singer, soul fire leader, and the Copper Steel Infantry. More than a name, it's a way of life, built from scars, faith, and fire. You made the call and I heard it loud. Down in Alabama, where the dirt runs red, lives a man with fire, where most got laid. Combat boots and a southern soul, a soldier turned singer with a heart of gold. He don't brag, don't boast, stays humble and true. Family first and he bleeds red, white, and blue. But one day my phone lit up and hell froze still. Colt Montgomery calling, man, gave me chills. Cold, cold, and the world got quiet like a spark in my chest I couldn't deny. From the front line to the front row seat, he gave me courage, gave my voice a beat. A mentor, a brother, one of a kind, lit a fire deep in this soul of mine. Yeah, I'm walking this road cause of that man's grace. Cold called and I found my place. Your respect ain't bought, is earned in the grit. In the middle of the fight where most men quit. Cold been there, done that, stood through hell. Now he pours it in the mic and it rings like a bell. Afghan dust to a southern mic stand, turn pain into power, yeah, that's a real man. So when hit my line with a call that day, it lit up my soul in the wildest way. Said you got truth, time to let it bleed. Don't chase dreams, Bubba, just plant the seed. That call wasn't luck, it was fate in disguise. Now I'm writing these bars with fire in my eyes. Cold, cold, and the world got quiet like a spark in my chest I couldn't deny it. From the front lines to the front row seat, he gave me courage, gave my voice a beat. A mentor, a brother, one of a kind, lit a fire deep in this soul of mine. Yeah, I'm walking this road cause of that man's grace. Cold called and I found my place. Ain't many left like that no more. Built from war and a soul so pure. He taught me music's more than sound. It's the way the broken get unbound. He ain't just a voice, he's a purpose, a flame. A brand with a heartbeat, Copper Steel name. It's pain, it's truth, it's redemption and pride. It's a creed for the lost, still fighting inside. And when I spit this verse or sing this pain, it's for the man who showed me how to aim. Cold called and the silence broke. Now I'm speaking for the ones with no hope. Cold, cold, and the world got quiet like a shot in the dark that set me riot. From silence to song, from fear to flame. Now I walk tall with a purpose and name. A mentor, a brother, one of a kind, lit a fire deep in this soul of mine. Yeah, I'm living this life with a grateful face. Cold, cold, and I found my place.
Here's to the ones who reach back, who lift others without asking why. Colt Montgomery, this journey's for you. Copper Steel Infantry.
I like that. Shout out Copper Steel Infantry.
Like I said, that one was heavily tuned. Obviously, you can tell there was a few parts in it, in the verses or the rapping parts where my voice kind of came in a little bit, but most of it was heavily tuned when with that one. But
gotcha. Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all coming up on here with me and hanging out. I'll be back at it Monday, but I'm gonna go try to check some fireworks out with the little one. I'm gonna sneak up and see how he does because they don't know I'm coming. So I'm trying to catch him real quick because right down the street. What?
I said, are you gonna play Relentless?
I can.
Hey,
take pictures.
Yeah, Jay, I'm gonna need your picture.
I'm
gonna need you to sign a couple pictures. I'm gonna mail them out so everybody be happy. Leave us alone.
Yeah, and then I got little man. That's that little dude is he's more photogenic than I was at his age. That's all I want to say. He knows what a phone is. He knows what a camera is, and he loves attention. But all right, Sax, I'm gonna spin this, and we're gonna tap out. So, this is just you, right?
Yep.
That's the Stacks for Relentless, y'all.
Get him. You know, big stacks. Pressure made diamonds, I was molded in the trenches. Had to fight addiction, I was sleeping by the fences. Looking for redemption in a world full of vengeance. Loyal to the game, now come on, let's get it. Lost too much, can't afford to trust easy. Used to want to hide, now I'm begging just to breathe deep. Mama in the sky told her one day she gon' see me. Turn pain to a plan, now my vision 3D. Jumped up the mud with my scars and my story. Never had peace, had to pray for the glory. Locked in my cell, had me feeling like I'm buried. Now I kill beats like my pain was hereditary. Cold nights, heart rose, I ain't break once. People only love you when you down, when you make it so the soul's still heavy. I carry it with a purpose. Every bar of blood, every verse got a sermon. Pain on my back, but I still keep it stepping. Heart full of trauma, every move feel destined. Voices in my head say I won't see heaven, but I'm fighting every demon like I owe them vengeance. Cut ties, blood on my hands, I ain't proud of it. Real ones died, now I ride with a counterfeit. Trust gone cold world, I adapted it. Now I'm numb to the feeling, yeah, I mastered it. Look in my eyes, you can tell I've been broken. I used to chase the high, had to learn to get focused. Whole lot of nights I was lost in the moment. Heart went numb, had to move with emotion. Life got real, had to sleep with it on me. Paranoia deep, I don't speak on the homies. Cross too much, now the trust got limits. Pain too raw, put the truth in my lyrics. Hands in the dirt, I was digging for peace. Trying to find light in the belly of the beast. Time don't heal, had to bleed through the healing. God's still here, but I question the meaning. Running with rage, I was moving relentless. Everything fake, so I move with a vengeance. Cold to the core, but I carry the flame. I don't say much, bitch, I bury the pain. Pain on my back, but I still keep it stepping. Heart full of trauma, every move feel destined. Voices in my head say I won't see heaven, but I'm fighting every demon like I owe them vengeance. Cut ties, blood on my hands, I ain't proud of it. Real ones died, now I ride with a counterfeit. Trust gone cold world, I adapted it. Now I'm numb to the feeling, yeah, I mastered it.
Alright.
All right.
Oh,
What?
that was dope. I liked it. It's deep.
Yeah. So I'm stuck. I'm stuck with which one I want to drop next. I'm gonna see either this one or No More Tears. I don't know which one I want to go for with first.
Huh?
What?
Talk about them then, not Upchurch. Who's talking about Upchurch?
He's a little late to that conversation. He's been rapping the whole time.
Huh?
That's what I'm trying to figure out what Dan was talking about too. I'm like, you a little late to that conversation, my guy. But yeah, nah. Y'all, it's been dope. And always remember, don't be a wannabe, don't be a wave rider. Make your own wave and just if nobody fucks with you, it's okay.
Yeah, Cocaine Sunrise come out this week.
What?
Cocaine Sunrise drops all platforms the 11th.
Yeah. All right, run it up, y'all. Remember, if you're gonna do anything, do it straight savvy. Nobody blow your fucking hand off, and nobody blow up anything tonight, please. Remember, and have respect for animals. Animals do not like the sound, and don't be that asshole at 2 o'clock in the morning letting off fireworks.
Yeah, Stacks, don't blow your fingers
Don't be
off.
that dude. Don't be that douchebag.
And some veterans.
Yeah, that PTS. Yeah, that's one thing I'm glad Triple T said last night because I like fireworks, but from a distance. I can't be like it. I can't. But I like.
They're giving hand ups, giving hand jobs.
What?
Hey, it's kind of the wrong time to do fireworks. Hand jobs. War and shit.
Said hand ups or handoffs, hand jobs are better.
But y'all.
You can't take them nowhere, man.
The action line for both of them, so.
Nobody believes in y'all. I sure as fuck do, y'all. Much love and peace.